Hello and welcome to a Top Chef Pairing mini edition. I am Jeff, our show's hospitality and culinary expert. And with me is my friend Sundi, an expert in many ways on her own. And she's also got the business. So tell us what we need to know
That's
up
right.
top.
Jeff is the hospitality expert, or as I like to say, he's the boss applesauce. Okay.
That's right. Also,
I
I am the
I
boss,
do have.
applesauce.
That's right. You are a real boss. I do have business. This week has been really hectic. Well, for me, maybe not for the listeners, because by the time you hear this, we'll have already had. I know y'all don't care about my problems, but the Top Chef aired on Monday. Our coverage is already out there. We had a vintage VPR in which we are ramping up to the Schwarty proposal. Ready, stay tuned. And tomorrow night is Ladies of London. And Friday is one of the most chaotic episodes that we have ever recorded ever. Not because Jeff, because Sundi. So if you hear my voice vibrating, it's because I am, an insane person. And then Tuesday, we have our interview or our co-host situation with Ethan Cohn, like E-Money, and he was so fun to talk to. Like, he's a rapper, but he's also behind the scenes of reality shows, and he gave us. It was a real ride with him, and so y'all look for that on Tuesday. That is a really big fun. Also, look for us on all of our socials at Take a Pinot Pod. I'll get inspired and like post 100 things in one day, and then you won't hear from us for like 3 days. But like, go in and engage with it, because that's how we get heard. Leave us a review and let us know, like, how we're doing, good or bad, also good. And of course, if you have any ideas or anything you want us to cover, send us an email. And Emily and I, as we're winding down on Ladies of London, we are about to pick up In the City. And there is some real hot goss on that between Sierra and West. And I'm not too sure how much crossover there is between our Top Chef audience and our Summer House, but it's going to be real hot. Hot.
It might be right down the middle, like our hosting dividing line is. It's very much seen a bunch and seen none.
We are multifaceted around here. So
any other dish?
I will no, but I will say we just came from this week's cook challenge. I say I did, which Jeff fed me. It was real yum. Listen, Jeff, you had me at pork. You had me at a crispy sear. You had me at peaches. It was real good. So y'all go to the socials to see me hose down a pork situation in which I loved it so much. The veggies, not so much. But my cholesterol needed those veggies. But it was really, really good. And then later on in this episode, we're going to like pull for the new cook challenge. But that one was good. Like, that was in my alley. It wasn't weird. It wasn't like some fucked up shit. It was exactly like I like to eat. So,
which is usually what I'm doing. Absolutely.
That's the business for now. That's the
all
business.
Right. Well, here we are, LCK number 4. We're picking up what we saw towards the end of the episode. Kristen and Justin talking about the decision to go. Then a couple days later, Justin's back in the kitchen. And
but real quick, hold on. I did a very silly like tribute to Justin and Jen, and I was making Carla watch it, and she was like, "Are they dead?" Because it was like, so I was like, "Oh, a sad goodbye. Thanks for the memories." I paired it with a Boyz II Men song. Just as an update, Jen and Justin are not
incredible.
Dead.
No,
they are still very much alive.
And she's updated us on what's going on. Also, it sounds like she's doing a lot better. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So right up top, I've got to ask. So we assume your boy Seeger is coming back, and he'll be in the regular episode next week? What do you think?
Why are they keeping us in the dark in this way? Like, just fucking tell us. I called this. I had a premonition as my, witchery came to fruition that Jim was probably going to have to go home and that they were going to have to call up one of the last chance kitchens. But Seeger never even did one last chance kitchen. So like whatever, DL he was batting on, I don't know. We're obviously going to see him next week, right?
I would guess so. I doubt they do 3 on 4, but they have done it before, actually. It has happened.
Well, what a freaking episode to join though. Restaurant Wars, you've been out for 2 episodes or however, and then you gotta
right.
like come back. Like that feels real, like really intimidating.
Maybe you've slept a little more though, so it's a little better. Once we get the
I mean,
update from Tom, he's going through like a dad on a road trip going down the itinerary. Like, this happened to Jen. Justin's doing this. All right. We're good. That's what's happening.
mhm.
We're moving on. Like, we're going to the next thing. Don't worry about
They
it. I'll turn this
they're
kitchen
really
around.
vague. They're really vague though about this. Like Jen's fine. She's in some recovery. And like we have seen the social media, so we understand what's happened. But if you did not clock into the like chatter online, you would be like, oh my God, what's wrong with this woman? But
Yeah.
she posted a very funny Instagram post in which she had a bout of the Bell's palsy. And that's what was happening with her face. She did not have a stroke, everybody, as Sundi, catastrophically predicted.
So we're moving on, like Tom says. I mean, he really is
Jeff,
just like,
Jeff's keeping
that's
it
it.
moving.
I'm not keeping, I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know what's happening. They're bringing the ambrosia up immediately, and I'm like, oh, please, let's not revisit that. Because that's what they do on here a lot. It's like, make the dish that, you got the boot for it. I'm like, please, I don't want to watch him do that again. But,
I wrote, Justin's never going to live Ambrosia down. He's going to put that
oh
on his
no.
tombstone. He fucked up Ambrosia. That is
His
his
name's
legacy
Ambrosia
to live.
Jones when he goes back to the kitchen. Don't worry about it.
Right. That's right.
But they end up pulling knives with just a random word on each of. We got alien. When we learn everybody on the show, our competitors are both believers. Wonderful.
Believers. Are you a believer, Jeff? Are you a believer?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Word. I mean, we're intelligent people. Obviously, we're believers.
Glamorous, much like Justin and his shorts is what their
And
go-to call
yeah,
for glamorous. And
invoking
then
Fergie.
whipped. So I don't know. No one knows like what this is. And then unfortunately
Yeah.
it is what it looks like. Just make something with these 3 things. And that's a random pull right there. That's a random thing to
It
have to do.
is. And I would really like to know what was on the other knives. Like,
I
that would have
know.
been a fun bit for them to do. That would have been a really, like, okay, could I have drawn something a little bit more? Like, it's because Alien, as both Rhoda and Justin kind of, like, contemplated, what the fuck does that mean? Like,
I don't
what
know.
does that mean?
Yeah.
I think I may have taken it a little less literally than they did, right? Like, oh, something is alien to me or foreign to me, but they took it very literally.
Don't get too heady for Tom. Don't worry about that. He's
Well,
here to just.
fair enough.
But no one really knows until they do anything. It's 30 minutes and they're off. Justin likes it. It's
Justin,
like not too much time to think. He doesn't like to overthink, and that's good.
well, he says it's not too much time, but he's definitely moseying around. And as we say in my family, he was lollygagging around that kitchen, like, let me think. What is this? What's this? And I'm just like, hey, buddy, 30 minutes is not a lot of time. Get cracking. Rhoda gets straight for it. It's almost like she understood. She knew immediately. She was like, I'm locked in. Get it. Justin had to
Yeah,
take a few minutes.
she had the dish down like right away. Mushroom toast, whipped mascarpone. Mushrooms are like aliens. We're gone. Yeah,
Sundi has a question.
like an Italian cream cheese.
Otherwise, so she says that she was going to use a king oyster. Is that a kind of mushroom, or
Yeah.
is like she talking about real oysters?
No. It's a king oyster mushroom.
Okay, got it. That's very misleading, but okay, got it.
Justin's going in. I love where he's going at first. He's like, all right, I got some fat. I'm going to whip that caviar tuna. Like, it sounded glamorous for sure. And then he's like, I don't know. I'm basically throwing darts, green olives, green guys.
You can't go wrong with green olives, Jeff. I know you're not an olive fan,
No, I'm
but your
not.
girl over here, I do it. Like, you put an olive on anything, I'm like, yes, check. You won.
No, thank you. Not at all. I like Justin's joking about getting kicked to the couch if he comes back too soon.
Oh, it's so much pressure and so much pressure. I did find it interesting that Rhoda, she's like, she's listing all of these ingredients. It's like creme fraiche and cream and like lemon zest. And then she throws in Parmesan. That felt a little jarring to me. I'm like, okay, Parmesan, I see you salty. I'm like, okay, show me what you got. I was like, my ears just perked right up.
And she's got the caviar too. I'm loving what
Mhm.
Justin's doing though. Like the salt, citrus, whipped fat thing sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And then he
Wagyu beef
does.
tallow is fancy.
as we've talked about many times, even during our cook challenge tonight, at the last minute, he decides to just throw in tuna and some shoyu for a little tartare. And
That was maybe like the misstep there. But I do
it
like
sounds like
how
it.
Rhoda is kind of actively heckling him. She's like, "Yeah, I'm going to win." And then she was like, "Hey, weird and whipped, that's you, Justin."
That's you.
She went hard on that one. I was like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah.
I liked it though.
This is like the best performance in the LCK though. Like both plates get done. They got time. They look great. They seem to taste great. Looking a little weird. I mean, which is a good thing in this competition. Yeah, he's like one knock on each. But yeah, Justin just went a little overboard with the tuna, I guess.
Right. And like Tom kind of like he was, really kind of like playing up the tension because when he took a bite of Rhoda's, it was like okay, like that tone in his voice. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, is Rhoda about to like take the hit here? Because he was like not all the way on board. Justin's wasn't as great as Rhoda's, I guess.
I bet Rhoda's was amazing. It was just a very like good dish that wasn't necessarily this or that were on the words, that they were going
But
for.
like that's the play though, right? In Last
Right.
Chance Kitchen, you want to make it yummy and make it faithful to the challenge and not like go hard on something that you don't really know. Like that's the play here. I think Justin kind of maybe took one step out of the lane in that way, trying to kind of really like, as he says, keep Jen's spirit alive. I think that maybe he just took too big of a swing, right, with the tartare.
Yeah. And just too much. It was one too many things, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a more interesting dish to me. I mean, I guess because I've had something similar to the mushroom toast before, but Rhoda's the winner. She goes on. And I mean, I'm interested to see because there's a chance Seeger isn't there and they throw Rhoda in there. I mean, that's a possibility, I think. I don't know.
I'm going to say between all of these like Last Chance Kitchen folks, Rhoda is obviously slumming it in Last Chance Kitchen. I don't mean to be diminutive about it, but like she's a beast and she has skills and she has decision making and she has things that I feel like it's just wasting in Last Chance because she is going to decimate every person until they start getting down to the nitty gritty, like unless like Sherry comes or
Yeah.
like Anthony comes, she is going to run away with Last Chance Kitchen, right?
I think so. I mean, it's definitely hers to lose right now. She's got
Yeah.
like 4 times she's already battled in there, so she's looking strong. That's looking like her home turf.
I just want to just like make my complaint known. I despise how they are like calling
Oh, I'm
out
Sunday.
and asking
Sunday,
questions.
did you have any complaints we could get to?
I just like like Nana and Brittany are like, "Hey, what are you making?" Like, "Oh, what kind of mushroom?" Shut up. I need to bear down and focus, and I cannot answer your inane questions right now. Like, I have 30 minutes. Like, please, my veins are already popping. Like, but now that you told me they have to do that, now I'm just like, oh, this freaking layer.
Yeah. I think you need to message one of them like, "I'm sorry you had to do that." That sounds
I will.
please,
I wasn't
dear
a
editor,
strongly worded DM.
yeah, dear producers, please don't do that anymore. Just silence in there, please. They've got enough going on with the time counting down and the wacky ingredients. Don't make them have forced conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Because like these folks, these like cast offs, what do they got to lose? They're just like shouting out, yeah, you only got 20 minutes. What are you gonna do? Oh, are you choosing that? Mm-mm. The stakes
I
are
wish they
0 for
would go
you.
a
I need
little
to
harder.
concentrate.
Just Nana be
No,
like,
you don't.
"Also, you're a bitch." Like, what's up? Excuse me.
Listen, don't you tease me. Do not tease me with that kind of stuff. I'm locked in on that kind of shit. Like I am like, yeah.
I would love that. On to our recommendation portion of the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Are you ready?
I am real ready. And I
Okay.
even consulted with Brooke before we got on. And because I was like, because the natural like pick for me would have been Bridgerton. But I need you to know, I did not go Bridgerton. I want you
Okay.
to start though, because you
That's
did
a
not
Queen
go
Charlotte
royalty.
reference, everybody. I know what that
Right.
means. I know what that
Right.
means. And you know I
Yes,
know
you
what that
do.
means.
You're well rounded. But you
I'll
didn't
go
go
first
royalty
then.
though. Okay.
No, I did not. Well, somewhat. If we're talking Mississippi culinary scene, we are.
much,
My
as
pick,
always.
inspired by the Cracker Barrel classics. This is a guy doing at a place doing some great spins and updates on breakfast classics from a restaurant that's been around for about 17 years now. It's Big Bad Breakfast, the most important book of the day, by John Currents, who gained popularity as chef at City Grocery and a bunch of other places in Oxford. I got to work with him a few years. I love this place. It was a few years after my time in Oxford this opened up, but there's like 26, 27 of them now at this point. There's a ton. It's an awesome place. It's great food, and there's super cool recipes up in here. Like a new pimento cheese is good. There's a liver mush recipe in here, Sunday.
Look at
There's
this.
liver mush for you. He's from New Orleans, so he has like some very New Orleans influenced dishes. Like the French toast is really great. He's got some baked recipes in there that are great. Cocktails, everything
Love
you'd
New
want
Orleans.
from a good hearty breakfast you can do in here
So
time and time again.
you have made some things from this book. What is your favorite thing to make from this particular catalog? Always
I
gotta
like
ask.
There's some like jellies and jams I like, but honestly, I'm not a big French toast guy, but I like the French toast that's in
Me
here a
either.
lot.
And so,
Really good omelets and frittatas and kind of things, which
okay,
I've done a bunch of breakfast over the years too. So like,
that is,
especially for the staff, like I've messed around and all that kind of stuff a lot before, but new little like sweet recipes are nice
yeah.
for me.
Well, this was gonna say this is controversial, but I do not like a pancake and I do not like a waffle.
Yeah.
Y'all don't come at me when I say this because this is a ridiculous thing to say as an American woman, but I don't care for bread, right? Like I don't. I am not one to if I'm gonna eat a hamburger, I want it to be bunless. If I'm gonna eat a hot dog, I have to pick all of the extra off. I don't want a lot of bread. And so any breakfast that can be egg based, you got me. I'm on board. And we just had this conversation, me and Emily did. Well, y'all will see it tomorrow, but Kimmy makes an omelet that's a little wet and
Yeah.
it's a little soupy, right? And I will take that over a pancake any day.
Well, he's got plenty of, like I said, omelet frittata style dishes in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really fun book. It looks really cool. His stuff is always shot great. I mean, just a place I really like. So if you're near one, also, I mean, they're in Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Carolinas, Mississippi. Big Bad Breakfast.
Yep. And I will definitely put a link in the show notes and you can go to the social medias to see the cover of the book. Jeff always holds it up too, but like in case you're not watching, which how dare you go, obviously you need to go watch, but I will link everybody in that because my favorite meal is breakfast.
There are
I
some good
do,
ones here.
I do enjoy a breakfast, so I may have to dip in, which like,
Anytime I get to go talk to the breakfast crew and we're out back and they have like the smoker going right there. Like, and they're making their bacon and they're doing all the cured stuff. Like
yeah.
that's nice. Yeah. They go all out.
Carla makes breakfast for us all the time. And she and I had a real come to Jesus a few months ago because I was like, damn, these eggs are tasting some kind of way. Well, I found out that she's cooking my eggs. She's cooking everything in bacon grease.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, boo, it's real good, but my arteries are begging for relief. So could we not? And so we have since moved away from the bacon grease and are looking for more Heart Smart because ladies of a certain age.
As you shoved away the vegetables on your plate tonight next to the
I
pork
had a
cooked
few.
in its own fat.
Yeah. And also, too, Jeff, I will say this, too. Jeff, like, cut away the more fatty pieces and, like, set them aside. And when he turned his back, I ate them.
Well, I told you to dip them in the pan sauce, though.
Nope. I want them. I just want to taste the texture. I want it in my mouth. I'm healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'll tell the story really quick. So I have this colleague who is from Korea and he does these clinics on like how to make like kimbap and like a lot of like things that are native to his Korean heritage country. And so like I missed the one today. And so we were in the elevator together and he was like, oh my gosh, next time you really need to come. I would really like to design one, where everybody could come. He said, are you a vegan or a vegetarian? I said, no, Daewoo, I'm not. Not even close. Never, ever, ever. He said, "What's your favorite protein?" And I think he was like, he thought I was going to say like, "Oh, like chicken or fish." I was like, red meat. I want the steak. I want the pork." And he was like,
Yeah.
"Okay. All right. Well, great. The kimbap tutorial will be all of it." So I'm a real carnivore.
But pork's the other white meat. Remember now.
That's right. That's why I don't feel so bad about eating the entire side that you served me tonight.
Yeah. Well, what do you have for us? What do you have?
Well, I went the other way. So you went breakfast. I went Royals. And
Okay.
because I love like a juicy, juicy soap opera situation, I picked the much slept on series called The Royals. It's on Netflix. You can also get it on like Tubi or whatever. It's got Elizabeth Hurley. It is giving like
Right.
really like telenovela, but make it really uptight British. There are all sorts of things. You're not going to learn anything about the British monarchy about it, but just not like The Crown, right? Like that's where I learned a lot about it, but it is so good and it's so interesting. And it has this soap opera feel that just makes you feel at home. Like if you grew up on All My Children or Days of Our Lives, or you watched Marlena get possessed by a demon, this is going to be it, but like make it fancy. And I'm kind of like connecting it to Our Ladies of London because these ladies of London are at each other's throats and like talking disgusting about each other, but they do it in such a way that it's like, oh, okay, I feel okay about it because of the accent and
It's
the
just the
manners.
accent. Yeah, that's going a long
Mhm.
way for sure.
That's the way Royals is. I mean, it is filthy. I mean, it is low key smut, and I'm here for it. And I'm rewatching it already because I got it in my brain. Nolan has watched it many times. It is very fun. Netflix, Tubi, or Philo if you have any of those streaming services.
All right. She made up that last one. Don't worry about that. That's a dough.
Did
That's
it?
not a streaming service. Don't worry about that.
I did it. I really did it. But yes, okay.
All right. So we had a good challenge tonight. We're still batting pretty high
Yes.
average so far.
Keep your eyes on the socials to see me just shoveling in.
Stop
seared
talking
pork
about how
into my
much you
mouth.
ate. That's not, it was one pork chop. Let's not,
I
I mean,
am
this isn't a man
on.
versus food challenge.
I felt like it was. I treated
It wasn't.
it as such.
Also, you ate half of it. Anyway.
I know. I had to push the vegetables around on my plate a little bit to like make it seem like I ate them.
Also, you've also made that clear that you didn't want the vegetables. We're all.
I mean, it was fine. They were not the star
This
of the
isn't
show.
a 9-inning game. You're breaking down in new ways. This is just we ate some pork.
I know, but like you're really like underestimating. It was good, and just like hearing him putting in the plate, and he put like some butter in there, and like that I got, it was like, oh, I'm home. It was good. He's underestimating my love of a good like red meat. And yes, pork
I
is
don't
red
think
meat.
we are.
All right. So I've communicated it efficiently then.
From our challenges last week, there's
Okay.
one themed with Cracker Barrel, one themed of decadent desserts. We're going to pair one of these with an ingredient from North and South Carolina. Which one do you want it to be?
This is hard for me because I do not super duper love either one of these ideas. I don't love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, you don't
My
really.
wife
Yeah.
is a fan, and I'm not a real sweet eater. Okay, I'm going to go with the Cracker Barrel situation. I'm going Cracker Barrel. I don't want to eat a dessert. It's not my jam.
Okay. Cracker Barrel. Wide open.
Okay, so you're about to pull?
We've got the pink and white papers out representing foods
Okay.
from South and North Carolina.
All right.
I'm shaking
No
them up. You
whammies.
tell me when to stop.
No whammies. No whammies. Big money. Big money. Pull.
It's a pink piece of paper.
It always is, darling.
And this is dish that showcases Carolina gold rice. Carolina gold rice meets Cracker Barrel is the
Okay.
challenge.
So talk to me a little bit about what is Carolina gold rice. Is that a euphemism? And is it like weird, something like pork innards or something like, or is it just rice? Like what is Carolina gold rice and why is it
That's
special?
just a kind of rice that's harvested there. I just wrote Cracker Barrel rice on there.
Yeah. So just rice then? I mean, I like rice.
Well, it's a yellow rice. It's something that
I love yellow rice.
Yeah, it's like kind of a heirloom species that's been like really carefully cultivated, and it's another big
Okay.
thing that like Sean brought to prominence. Like years and years ago. I got it in Louisville from a guy like over there in Carolina that was milling it, had that and cornmeal and would ship it over
And
to us. It was great.
it's like sticky a little bit. Like, we love yellow rice because the Puerto Rican rice that we get is like, the consistency is so good. Carla has a special pot that she cooks her rice in. So it's like a little bit sticky, a little bit kind of.
Well, Carla likes Cracker Barrel and yellow rice, so maybe I'll have to go hit her up for some tips.
You're gonna have to like touch base with her a little bit because this seems like right up her alley. When I tell her that we're doing Cracker Barrel, but like make it rice, she's gonna lose.
Yeah. So pressure's on more than usual. Like, well, I knew I needed to impress you with the pork, so that was already on my mind.
Jeff, there is no more pressure than you had last week with the children. Like, I wasn't worried about Shep. Like, I knew he was gonna like whatever. He was like, "Oh, Mr. Brooke, I love what you do. Anything you do is so wonderful." And Ethan took a real cerebral, like, take on it. But I knew that they were going to be really hard to impress. Shep ate the whole thing, asked for it later that week. Ethan, not so much, but you got the 4-year-old to eat it, and I ate it for her lunch twice that week.
Perlu, working out for the kids. The kids like Perlu. Tell everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Kids love a Perlu.
Perlu is for the kids.
All right, everybody. So coming up this week, we'll have the vintage VPR. We'll have Ladies of London still. By the next time you see us will be Monday night. The next time you hear us for Top Chef.
Yeah, it's Restaurant Wars.
And this is a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real big one.
So I can't wait to see you next time for some Cracker Barrel meets Carolina Gold.
And our bets are on Seeger returning, and he is going to take Jen's place on the team with Oscar and Twins. I forget now who. Yeah. Twins. Yeah. So that should be a good matchup. Like, we'll see. I'm holding my breath a little bit. I do remember Restaurant Wars being like a thing that was like really high stakes. So we'll see. Seeger does not seem like he plays well with others.
No, I'm going on the other team real hard. Big time on the other team. So I'll finally put that out there. But thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Sundi. Thanks for spending your night with me.
Of course.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
That's right. See you on the other side.